Well, seeing my candidates endorsing another person for a particular political position, a common Nigerian man would definitely buy into that without verifying. But for myself,
What would you do?
Coming on social media to see myself say something I never said, I would just assume it's AI. And I'm going to come online and say my own part that I never said so.
But how? When false news spreads about 6 times faster and are 70% more likely to be retweeted than true ones.
In a world where seeing used to mean believing, a new shadow has emerged. A shadow born not of cameras, but of code. A face on screen, a voice on tape, even a handshake in a photo could all be fabricated.
Artificial intelligence has given us wonders, personal assistance, smart recommendation, but in the wrong hands, AI becomes a weapon. Imagine logging onto your favorite platform and seeing your president announce a policy they never made, or a trusted leader inciting violence with words they never spoke.
Deepfakes. They are entertaining, yes, but they are also dangerous. They threaten elections, reputations, economies, even democracy itself.
Welcome to Tech Mode, where we uncover the future of technology, its promise and its peril. I am Splendor.
I am Malami Haruna, and together your guide. So stay tuned, because what you will discover today might make you question every video you have ever watched.
At the heart of this conversation is a simple yet terrifying technology, deepfakes, powered by artificial intelligence, specifically machine learning. Deepfakes can replicate a person's face, mannerism, and even their voice.
I seem like a leader addressing the press, but don't be fooled. I'm fake.
Imagine logging onto your favorite platform and seeing your president announce a policy they never made, or a trusted leader inciting violence with words they never spoke, a CEO ordering a bank transfer they never approved, or your favorite celebrity endorsing a product they've never ever seen.
When you talk of changing somebody's behavior, it is better to give him an audio clip, because he will hear the voice. Probably he will recognize the person talking. He might even be a person he trusted in the past on many things. So hearing him say it makes him believe it. But if you give him a video clip, he can read that, he can hear the person, and he can see the person. So he's not only hearing the message, he's seeing the messenger, and he is reading the body language of the messenger. So it reinforces their ability to believe.
Globally, we've seen deepfakes of presidents, celebrities on TikTok, even tech giants confessing to things they never said. Did that shock the world? Yes, but for many, they were just curiosities, digital experiments.
Over the past few years, we've noticed that AI, particularly around deepfake videos, have been abused to either through political statement or fraud. So there's been an increase in deepfake videos to either perpetrate fraud or incite or bring about a tense political environment.
But here in Nigeria, the stakes are so much higher. We are a people deeply connected to our faith, our leaders, our tribes, our icons. A single video of a religious leader endorsing a candidate, a traditional ruler cursing a community, or a Nollywood star confessing to bribery, whether real or fake, could ignite outrage, division, even violence.
We have seen the effect of that around the world politically. We have seen in Africa military dictators who come out as freedom fighters with flowery speeches that move the mind, and people begin to see them as emancipators of the masses, while actually they are dictators. So given the context of Nigeria, where first, political opinions are very strong, people believe in the people they believe in, meaning they even shut their mind away from whoever they don't believe in. So if they see the person they believe in physically in the video saying something, they believe it instantly.
This is the power that now lies in everyone's hand. With just a laptop and an internet connection, everyone can mimic whoever they wish. A president, a governor, a soldier, a mother, to indict, to embarrass, to mislead.
I am not Morgan Freeman, and what you see is not real. Well, at least in contemporary terms, it is not. What if I were to tell you that I am not even a human being? Would you believe me? What is your perception of reality? Is it the ability to capture, process, and make sense of the information our senses receive? If you can see, hear, taste, or smell something, does that make it real? Or is it simply the ability to feel? I would like to welcome you to the era of synthetic reality. Now, what do you see?
That is the real question deepfakes force us to answer. With a few clicks, cybercriminals can create fake videos so convincing even experts struggle to tell them apart.
Don't you need me like I need you now? See tomorrow, but tonight go crazy. All you gotta do is just meet me at the
What is actually deepfakes all about? What is it all about is mainly the creation of audiovisual content using artificial intelligence.
Deepfake technology works by using deep learning and neural networks, particularly generative adversarial networks or GANs, which train two AI systems against each other. One creates fake content, the other tries to detect it, until the fake becomes almost indistinguishable from reality. It all started innocently with simple face swap filters and movie effects, but soon it evolved into something far more powerful and dangerous. We have seen a deepfake of Barack Obama calling Donald Trump names, a fake Mark Zuckerberg bragging about controlling users' data, and scammers in the UK cloning a CEO's voice to steal over $240,000 in a phone scam. In India, deepfake political videos have been used to manipulate voters. And in the US, fake celebrity videos have fueled misinformation.
It's AI.
Bro, it's AI.
Fake faces.
Real consequences.
Think before you trust.
And so, the question is, in a country as sensitive as ours, where trust can turn to suspicion overnight, can we survive the age of deepfake without tearing ourselves apart?
Fast forward to 2027, in the heat of election season. Suddenly, a video floods WhatsApp. One candidate caught insulting a religious community. Hours later, another clip spreads across Facebook, showing a governor admitting to rigging the polls.
Let me give you an example. If there are two presidential candidates contesting, you believe in one, you don't believe in the other. But at the eve of the election, at night, your own candidate, whom you believe in, come out in a video and tells you, hey, tomorrow is election day. For some fundamental reasons, please vote the following person, not me. We have all decided to vote that person. But that video is fake. It's not true. Before that damage can be repaired, the deed is already done.
Who do you trust, even when your eyes can be deceived? That's the real question that deepfakes force us to answer. With a few clicks, cyber criminals can create fake videos so convincing, even experts struggle to tell them apart.
Once there is some level of uncertainty, look at what are the reverse media or image tools that can tell you if that image is either AI generated or not. The best way is to go to AI, you know. Secondly, there's nothing that beats natural, you know, tendencies or our human natural flow. So one of the best ways to detecting AI-generated content is looking at the tone. Look at the tone, because those images or videos or recordings are generated as a result of, you know, a number of those pictures that are fed on the internet, you know, where the AI algorithm, you know, manipulates it over a period of time in microseconds to generate almost the likeness of the natural one. So we have to be very careful, again, on the kind of content we feed online.
This looks like live news coverage, me reporting from the street, but don't believe it. I'm fake. This scene never happened.
This looks like a real protest, signs in the air, people shouting. But it's fake. None of us are here at all.
You might think this is real war footage, me reporting from the front lines. But I'm fake. This war scene never happened.
AI-powered manipulations doesn't stop at video's splendor.
Solo tengo tus manos. Viajaré por todo el mundo, lo sé. Sin ningún plan me voy. Despierta toda terminada. Ahora soy más fuerte y sabio. Todo este tiempo tratando de encontrarme yo.
Picture this. You receive a desperate call from your son, your boss, or even your parent, pleading for urgent money or sensitive information.
Well, seeing my candidates endorsing another person for a particular political position, a common Nigerian man would definitely buy into that without verifying. But for myself, I will have to verify, check more than just blogs. I also check websites that publish information, check online newspaper to be sure about that information and know how true it is before I buy the idea.
My mom calls me on a video and I picked, and she's requesting for money sent to an account that is not hers. I'm not sure I'm going to send the money. I will have to end it and call her to confirm, Mommy, are you the one? In fact, why do you need this money? Why this account number? What happened to your account number? Is there any problem? Do you need help? Then if I get clarification that she's actually the one that needs the money, I will send it.
We're in the cyber age where information moves like milliseconds, you know, so this information passes and like it's just very hard to trust what you see online. Even me too, I won't lie, there have been situations where I'm someone who tends to like at least fact check things, but like even I have fallen into that trap of, okay, believing something so quick, then maybe when you go to the comment sections, somebody will say, oh, this is AI or this is misinformed. Then I will like, okay, I have to go back and check my sources.
Deepfakes could be weaponized in Nigerian elections, the same way WhatsApp misinformation already shaped the 2019 and the 2023 campaigns. Only now, instead of just text or images, we are dealing with the moving, speaking, living fabrications. That's much harder for the public to dismiss.
This is the real danger. Deepfakes don't just spread lies, they erode trust. They create what experts call the liar's dividend, where even genuine videos can be dismissed as fake.
But here's the question on everyone's mind. If every expert struggles to tell real from fake, what chance do we, ordinary citizens, have?
The truth is, it's getting harder every day. But there are signs, little cracks in the illusion, if you know where to look.
First, the eyes. Many deepfakes still struggle with natural blinking patterns. Too much blinking or none at all can give it away. Second, the mouth. Watch closely. if the lips don't align perfectly with the words, if the teeth look blurred or the voice feels slightly off, you may be looking at a fake. Third, the background and lighting. Deepfake software often focuses on the face, leaving strange shadows or warping around the edges.
And finally, context. If a video shocks you, pause. Ask, who posted it first? Is it reported by credible media? Cross-check before you share.
Because here's the scary part. Every time we forward without verifying, we become part of the problem, helping lies spread faster than the truth.
Today, tools exist to help, from browser plugins that analyze videos to AI detectors trained to spot deepfakes, to fact-checking platforms like Dubawa in Nigeria. The tools are there, but the first line of defense is us, the users.
Right now, there are technologies that currently detect, deepfakes globally. Now, there's nothing wrong for us to harness these technologies. We use them, we put them on various platforms where we know that the potential danger can really emerge. So we deploy these technologies, and we also we embark on awareness. We tell citizens, we go on, several advocacies, tell them that don't forward as received. You need to fact check. You need to fact check everything that comes your way. You don't just forward any. So I think the key lies in strong advocacy and, a deliberate implementation of some of these technologies that can counter some of these, the dangers that deepfake really poses to our society.
Some of these technologies are leveraged by certain demographics, making certain demographics stand as a disadvantage. So we need to create a balance. There needs to be equality in our policies. Digital infrastructure is very critical, especially around fintech, internet connectivity. So there needs to be a level playing ground whereby a very huge number of our population can leverage the positive side of AI. When more people leverage the positive side, the negative side will naturally go down.
In a country as sensitive as ours, a single fake clip can do real harm. So before you share that viral video on any platform, stop and ask yourself, am I sure it's real?
Deepfakes may be powerful, but so is skepticism. And in this new era, doubt, not blind belief, is the beginning of wisdom. Ahmed will continue right after the break.
So, you're probably thinking, what's the law actually doing about this, right? Isn't that the question on your mind? Sure, you could point to the Cybercrimes Act of 2015 or the Electoral Act of 2022. They offer some tools to tackle misinformation, and you wouldn't be wrong. But let's be real, neither of those laws were written with today's deepfakes in mind.
Social media, or whatever media we have now, are expressions of your own opinion. A third world country like ours, any small regulation you bring to checkmate that kind of thing in the social media translates into human rights violation. And you will hear those countries coming after you. They don't come after those who spread the lie.
But here's where it gets interesting. A new law has just come into play, one that claims to take aim at emerging digital threats like deepfakes. The real question is, can it actually rise to the challenge?
But with innovation comes a difficult balancing act, and overregulation carries another risk: censorship. If government clamping down on deepfakes is too strict, we could end up stifling innovation, creativity, and even free speech. The challenge, therefore, lies in finding a framework that protects citizens from malicious use while allowing entrepreneurs, educators, and creatives to explore its economic potential. How do we balance protection with freedom of expression? That is the real debate, not just for regulators, but for every citizen who uses, creates, or consumes digital content in this age of AI.
So what I advise governments to do
is to have functionaries or institutions that monitor the media 24/7. Anything coming out, if it is not true, is countered immediately. That way, there is a possibility of minimizing the damage, but not like arresting or a law or some whatever. It is going to have a lot of controversies.
Mr. Ahmad, deepfake technology carries immense potential for job creation and innovation. As this technology continues to mature locally, we could witness the rise of an entirely new ecosystem of roles, from AI developers and ethical auditors to misinformation analysts, digital forensics experts, and creative professionals specializing in synthetic media.
You know, the technology presents a lot of opportunities for us to harness, in as much as it comes with its own downsides and negativities. For instance, in the education and film industry, you know, deepfake can be used, you know, to replicate, for instance, like in teaching students, a lot of historical icons that are dead and gone. Okay, you can actually replicate voices like Chinua Achebe, you can replicate voices like Queen Amina, okay? You can replicate a lot of historical buildings, icons, you know, things that are no more with us. You know, deepfakes can provide that edge, that technological edge for us to do that. So even in the area of advertising, a lot can be done. In the area of, you know, teaching in classrooms, you know, you could even create teaching modules, avatars for children, okay, using deepfake.
Yes, exactly. Those are some of the positive sides. Looking at art, you know, people are using art to drive their businesses. But then again, there are a lot of fraud around art, you know, because there've been a lot of fraud around, you know, celebrity endorsement, whereby maybe you start a Ponzi scheme today, and you see an AI-generated content of maybe a Tony Elumelu endorsing your product, you know.
However, to fully seize this opportunity, we must also keep pace with global trends. Around the world, universities and tech hubs are already integrating AI literacy into their programs, recognizing that the future workforce must be equipped to both build and defend against these powerful tools. If Nigeria takes a proactive and responsible approach, we can move beyond being mere consumers of AI to becoming creators and exporters of solutions, skills, and innovations tailored to uniquely African realities.